I had a house downtown in downtown Mobile in the historic district. And I was selling it, and I'd put ads in the paper, and a man had called me. He wanted to take a look at the house, so I told him to meet me that night. I went out in front of my house to wait for him. It was about 9:30 at night. And while I was standing there, it was dark, of course, and I heard some noise down the street. It was like a puppy yelping. Another neighbor came out. We were talking, and then as we were talking, I saw this most incredible sight. I saw this animal that I had heard barking burst into flames. And so I went running down there. It was kind of weird. I yelled, "Did you burn that dog?" Of course they did, but it was just, something, it was unbelievable. It was a terrible scene. And by that time the dog was gone, and I was banging on the doors of the houses down there because I knew they probably knew what had happened. And so one of the fellows came out, and his name was Paul, and told him what had happened. I said, "Somebody burned a dog right here," and he just disappeared under the house somewhere. Then we saw the dog. It came under to the front of the house underneath, is behind one of those lattice works. So Paul grabbed a hose that was there, and he turned it on and started spraying the dog to put out the fire. The little dog was literally blazing from the tip of his nose to the tip of his tail. The eeriest thing, he came underneath that porch, and he was standing there looking at me on fire. And I couldn't get to him. What they had done, they had taken him and strung him up by his neck in a tree. And they were slapping him. That's what I heard when I heard the yelping. And then they got tired of that, and then one of the guys went to his car and got some lighter fluid and squirted his head and his neck. And they set him on fire.
Saving one dog is not going to save the world, but it saved his world. Anybody who could see what had happened to that dog would have to be moved. They would have to speak up or step up or do something to prevent it from happening.